In an instant that shook the entertainment world and caused a wave of questions among fans, unexpected news emerged. Taehyung, an iconic figure who has captivated the hearts of millions of ARMY, reportedly suffered serious injuries while serving in the military. Is this news really happening? Or is it just a controversial shadow that arises from the imagination of netizens? At the beginning of this news, we invite you to dive into the intricacies of an incident that has created endless emotional turmoil and speculation, while revealing facts that have never been revealed before. This incident stems from a report that initially circulated among internal military circles, which then spread to cyberspace quickly. Unofficial sources revealed that while performing routine duties, Taehyung suffered a severe impact that caused injuries to certain parts of his body, raising concerns about his increasingly vulnerable health condition. Although there has been no official statement from the authorities, this news immediately invited a strong reaction from the ARMY, who seemed to feel devastated and worried about the future of the idol's career. In a night full of anxiety, online forums and fan groups were filled with speculation and theories that seemed to reveal the truth hidden behind the veil of the military. Furthermore, the incident that occurred allegedly involved a situation that was far from ordinary. According to rumors, Taehyung was undergoing intensive training that was full of physical and mental challenges, so the risk of an accident could not be avoided. While the military has yet to give an official statement, a number of witnesses who claimed to be at the site stated that the situation was very dramatic and full of tension. Among the crowd of co-workers, the atmosphere suddenly turned very tense when news of his injuries began to spread. Was this incident a pure accident, or did other factors play a role in the occurrence of this event? The question continues to swirl in the public mind, adding a layer of controversy that makes this news even harder to ignore. Not only arouses curiosity, this news also raises profound issues about the conditions and challenges faced by soldiers in the field of duty. Military experts claim that duty in the field requires not only excellent physical strength, but also mental readiness to deal with unexpected situations. In this context, the wounds that Taehyung allegedly suffered could be a real picture of how heavy the burden of duty that every soldier must undergo. However, will this news open our eyes to how vulnerable even a figure considered a symbol of toughness can be hurt in the task carried out for the sake of the country? Various analyses and opinions began to emerge, causing heated debate among military observers and entertainment fans who had adored Taehyung's figure. From a medical point of view, Taehyung's alleged injuries also raised critical questions. Specialists with experience in dealing with military injuries revealed that the type of injury Taehyung is thought to have can have a long-term impact, both physically and psychologically. In an exclusive interview, a military medical expert stated that accidents on the field of duty often lead to much more complex consequences than they seem on the surface. He added, "Any injury sustained in the field not only tests the capabilities of the body, but also the mental capabilities of the soldier himself." This kind of statement makes many wonder, will this incident with Taehyung be the beginning of a series of more serious health problems, and how it will affect his career in entertainment after completing his military service? Meanwhile, the response from related parties is also a major highlight in the development of this news. A number of military officials who had previously been reluctant to speak about the incident have now begun issuing vague statements indicating that something urgently needs to be acted upon. In a closed-door press conference, a military spokesman revealed that any accidents on the ground will be handled with strict procedures, although details about these incidents are still kept secret for security and privacy reasons. This statement adds a dimension of mystery to the case, fueling increasingly wild speculation on social media and fan forums. Behind the secrecy, the most pressing question is, why are the details of this incident still being hidden, and what exactly does the military want to convey through this very limited statement? The impact of this news was not only felt among the military, but also deeply permeated the entertainment world. The fans, especially ARMY, felt deep pain and tremendous concern. Many immediately voiced concerns through various social media platforms, expressing how much they love Taehyung and how this news has shaken their faith. In the midst of a torrent of speculation and scattered opinions, voices also appeared demanding that the truth be revealed immediately. Questions began to flow. How exactly is Taehyung? Will her injuries have a long-term impact on her appearance? And most importantly, is this news a reflection of the harsh reality that soldiers may experience in their duties? Or is it just a rumor exaggerated by the media? In a broader context, this incident also reveals how vulnerable information circulating in today's digital age is. This news, which is not necessarily factually true, immediately spread like a fire that devoured everything around, causing panic and wild speculation. The speed with which unverified information is being spread raises new concerns about how the impact of rumors and clickbait can affect public opinion and blur the line between fact and fiction. With more and more information circulating without clear validation, people are also faced with ethical dilemmas regarding the truth and integrity of information. In the midst of such a torrent, the question again arises: how can we ensure that every news received is absolutely accurate? And what should be done by the authorities to control the spread of information that is not necessarily accountable for the truth? Meanwhile, in the political and social world, the news of Taehyung's injury has led to debate about the role and responsibility of the government in managing sensitive issues. Some political observers have begun to question whether incidents like this can be used as a mirror of the lack of transparency in the handling of internal problems, both in the military and in the entertainment industry. The demand for governments and authorities to provide more open explanations is even more resonant, as if there is an implicit message that every stratum of society deserves clarity about what is really happening. In this increasingly heated political discourse, a fundamental question also arises. Will this incident have an impact on military policy in the future, or even become a trigger for reforms in the information communication system in the government environment? Undeniably, the uproar caused by this news has opened a very wide horizon of discussion, involving various circles from the military, medical, media, to social observers. The parties involved in the entertainment world feel devastated because they have to face the harsh reality that life behind the sparkling stage is not always as beautiful as imagined. On the one hand, they feel proud that their idols are able to carry out their military duties with sacrifice, but on the other hand, concern for Taehyung's physical and mental condition makes every army feel as if it has lost a person who has been a source of inspiration and strength. This phenomenon also caused a wave of widespread emotions, making us wonder, how should the entertainment world and the military work together to ensure the well-being of each individual involved in this noble task from a strategic point of view? This incident also sparked various speculations about Taehyung's future career after military duty. Some entertainment industry analysts argue that this injury could have a long-term impact, both physically and mentally. While there has been no official confirmation as to the severity of the injury, speculation regarding Taehyung's possible absence from various entertainment activities is a hot topic among fans. They wondered, will the injury interfere with his performance and presence on stage? And will it affect the future of the BTS group as a whole? Behind each of these questions lies a deep concern for the future of an artist who has been regarded as a symbol of resilience and inspiration. Judging by the other side, the reaction of the internal military circles themselves turned out to be no less emotional. Officials and co-workers who were given the opportunity to speak anonymously said the incident was a stark reminder of the importance of safety and coordination on the ground. They state that any accident, no matter how small, can be fatal if it is not immediately treated appropriately. With a high spirit of togetherness, they hope that this incident will be a valuable lesson and encourage improvements in every aspect of safety training and procedures. Such statements also raise an important question. Will this incident become a turning point that encourages systemic reforms in the military environment, so that similar events do not repeat themselves in the future?